Yahweh bless everyone. I want to share this amazing book that I just finished reading. This book is so powerful. It is so deep, so honest, so real, and so healing. And it ministered to me so greatly. And I know that it's going to minister to you as well. And it's called From a Child of an Addict to a Child of the King. And this powerful book was written by one of my apostles in Christ Yahshua, my bishop's wife, who has pastored me and ministered to me greatly over the years. She's also my CEO over Yah Squad, my team, which you guys have seen me promote several times across my social media pages. And this is just such a powerful testimony. It's an autobiographical book about her life, of how she went from being a child of an addict to a child of the King. And what I'll tell you is why it ministers to me so greatly is because I understand what it's like to have a parent who has an addiction, and how that addiction overpowers them and it just consumes their whole life, and how it just robs you of the parent that Yahweh called them to be in your life, and how that affects you in so many ways. I know my dad's addiction affected my view of myself, always made me believe that I wasn't enough, because obviously I wasn't good enough for him to be able to put down his addiction and, put me before that, right? And it's all these just horrible things and traumatic things that really set in when you're dealing with a parent who has an addiction. It's a sickness, it's a spiritual stronghold, but it's like the book says, and I pray that you all really get this book and you'll see just the powerful things that are in it, is that addiction is very selfish and it's all consuming and it doesn't make sense, and it hurts so many people that were called to be such a integral part of your life and the formation of who you are, right? Especially when you have a father who has an addiction. I think that's so key, that little girls need their fathers, and having to deal with a father that has an addiction and that dies so tragically, that really hits, and if it wasn't for Christ Yahshua, you'll see here that Apostle Pastor Pasha would have never overcome all of those traumas. And there's just so many gems here, so much wisdom about life. And it's not just about addiction. It's also a book about her journey of overcoming, and how she battled so many different things and near-death experiences as a teenager and a young adult, and how Yahweh just brought her out of all of that. And she is a living testimony that you do not have to be a product of your environment. It's not about where you come from. It's about where Yahweh called you to be. And you can truly overcome your upbringing. You don't have to be what your family says that you have to be if you come from a family of trauma and dysfunction and addiction and abuse. I'm going to include her handle in my caption so that you guys can contact Apostle Pastor Pasha directly, send her a message to let her know that you are interested in getting her book. Definitely, please share, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. I'm here to share how this book has blessed me so much, and I pray that you guys will have that same experience and you'll continue to pass along that testimony and have others, come in and partake and be a blessing to Apostle Pastor Pasha and the book that Yahweh put upon her heart to write and share with the world. Yahweh bless. Take care. Shalom.